Hey you guys, or OCO. I'm Tanisha Calloway, and today I'm going to talk about secret mind control techniques of the elite. And to talk about this, we need to visit a few things. One of the things we need to visit deals with the master. It also deals with a particular word that people are familiar with, which is lane. And many of these techniques use the English language, and they deal with keeping you at rest in the AM, which is keeping the IM in the lay position. So the command in this is restum. But if you flip this word backwards, you get the word master. So in this video, we are going to ask the question, who's your master? And are you aware that you may be being controlled by someone else? And so that's what we're going to be talking about within this video, who you've given some sort of permission to control your life, because that person or that group of people then becomes your master.
Now, a little bit of history on the term master. When a band or a group or a singer would create a song, that version of it was the master version that all of the other replicates and duplicates were made from. They were all made from this original master finished version. The primary one, the final perfect version, is the master.
The question is, when did you give them permission? Through contracts and signatures. People are going to think about birth certificates, voting registration. They're going to think about marriage certificates, maybe like loans that you may take out, employment, because those people have some sort of control. I'm not talking about like if you work for an at-will employer who you can basically release yourself from that contract at will. I'm talking about you can't just release yourself from that contract. Now, of course, that's the most obvious way that people allow someone else to control their lives, through placing their signature on a piece of paper. But there's a way to get permission to control your life through silent consent.
The maxim is qui tacet consentire. The maxim of the law is silence gives consent. If therefore you wish to construe what my silence betokened, you must construe that I consented, not that I denied.
Thoughts followed by actions. These two things give silent consent, and they are your true signature. These are things that people aren't realizing goes out into the atmosphere as a form of legality, but it's legality dealing with things that are spiritual in nature. When you give your signature in this type of way, it frees people from karma that they may have had to go through if you didn't give your signature. A lot of times we'll see things that are put into the forefront, like in movies or in songs or in pictures, images and different things of that nature. Things on social media, we'll see things that are shown ahead of time before it happens. And so people are going to say, they always do that. Whomever is pulling the strings behind the scenes in the background, in some type of control of the population, they will reveal what they're going to do before they do them. And they do this so that you are aware. And once you are aware, it becomes your past. All aboard! And so they'll let certain things fly. They will allow certain things. It's just like if you have communication with somebody on a personal level. If you're talking to someone and they say something that you don't like, you'll correct them immediately. A lot of people, they'll say something like, okay, hold on, wait, no, that's not right. And they'll try to correct that person's thought, image, words, projection of whatever sort that they're putting out. So just know that this has to be done, whether it's somebody that you know or whether you're watching a movie. If you're observing something, right? You're listening to something and something is stated or shown that you don't agree with, you have to correct that right away. You don't just allow it to happen and say, oh, okay, that's just a movie or that's just a song. You allowed it to enter into your atmosphere. If you've heard it and you've seen it, it's in your atmosphere. It's like when you have a contract, physical contracts, they say that if you read the contract and you see something you don't agree with, you have the opportunity to write to the company, make a statement saying, no, I don't agree with that. And so you have that same courtesy with the things that you watch and the things you listen to. Now let's go back to the word master, because what is a mast and how it keeps you in line or in your lane? The first question that I asked was, who is your master? Now the definition of the word master states, one that has control over another person, the owner or keeper of an animal, or the owner of a slave. And so people see this and they think of a master through the images that was shown to us historically. But we really have to break this word down to its most simplest form. And that's the reason why I said we need to take a look at what is a mast. A mast is something that we see on a ship, and it's a sailboat. The sail is connected to the mast, and the mast is the pole. And we can see it in this definition right here. It says a vertical pole. I want to show you guys something. I'm pretty sure that people have seen this type of thing before, and they're gonna say that the reason why the chicken reacted that way was because it was held down. And they're gonna say that the line had no effect in this type of situation. But this line, lane, or mast is being used in almost every situation when it comes to mind control and population control. That's the reason why you have voting at the polls. Whether it's just using the word or the symbols, it is a sign that needs your signature. Because a line means to yield. Because they're adhering to a line, guidelines, there's directions. And so a master is using this pole to guide and direct the ship, okay? Whether it's a ship with people on it or whether it's relationships. it's guided by a certain pole, a certain line, something that you need to stay in, a lane. And so we can take this word lane and we can break it down even further. And what people don't really understand within this is the reason why people are so stuck within a spell, especially dealing with the English language, is because you have the same words that are being repeated to you several different times in several different ways to basically make the spell deeper and deeper and deeper.